Okay, so we're making a mask. All your masks will start out the same way, but the base of your mask may be a different shape. So this form that we slump over may need to be elongated for some of them, or much rounder or oval shape. It depends on your design. So once you've worked out what sort of base you need on your design, then you're firmly screwing up some newspaper into that sort of shape. Okay, so let's do this quickly. So it's a bit like a football shape. You want it nice and firm so that it doesn't collapse when you slap the heavy clay over top of it. So you can see I'm really scrunching that in. So you've all rolled slabs before. You're using a board, a sheet of vinyl. You use the cloth side to roll out on. It sticks to the vinyl-y side. The cloth side is porous so it doesn't stick. You're using a lot of clay. That makes it easier for you to be able to cut off excess, but it makes it easier to get the shape that you want so that you don't run out. I don't want you joining two pieces together. You might end up with some faults in your mask again. We've got guide sticks. We're using the thin guide sticks. They're the new guide sticks. So nice and thin. What are the guide sticks for? Making sure it doesn't go too thin. Making sure it's all even. Yep. Because this is a big block of clay, the first thing I'm going to do is push it a little bit, because I hate using the rolling pin. It's going to make it a bit easier to roll out. So I'm going to push it, turn over. Why did I turn it over? So it's flat. What other reasons?
It doesn't stick.
So it doesn't stick. Yep. Yep, so it doesn't stick. I'm getting it a bit more even by turning it over. And it releases it from the fabric, which means it can move easier. So it's a little bit easier to roll out when you've released it. So for the same reason, we're going to keep turning it over as we're rolling. Alright. So I usually stand up and push my weight in when I'm rolling out a slab. Pick it up and turn it over. If you roll the clay in different directions, it's less likely to roll up or curl up afterwards. Clay's got a bit of a memory. So if you roll it all in one direction, it's a bit like a poster that's been rolled up and then unrolled. It wants to curl back up again. The clay will curl up like that when it's drying and when it's fired in the kiln if you roll all in one direction. Okay. So as I start to get thin enough, I make sure that my rolling pin is touching those guide sticks. I did get a lot of clay, didn't I? So I'll take some extra so I can fit it. Alright. You can tell when you've hit the guide sticks because you can feel the wood rolling on wood, and you stop getting, see those waves? I know that I'm still not at the guide stick level because I'm getting those waves on my clay. See how it moved a lot easier that time after I'd released it from the cloth. So it's really important to do that rolling over, turning over. Okay, that's better. Now, it's going to depend on your design. Some of your designs will have bits sticking out from the sides. If you imagine those sun ones, so you would cut out a lot more clay, different shapes. So it depends on the shape of your object, your mask. Okay, we've got a board. We've got our piece of paper. So I'm going to put my paper there, or on top of the clay. My board on top. Get rid of the guide sticks. This is why we've got the vinyl, so we can get our hand under the vinyl, flip a whole lot over like that, and peel that off. If I use my fingers to push that down on top of that paper, you can see I get all these bumps and lumps, which wrecks the surface of my clay. So that kind of diffuses all those fingerprint marks when I use the sponge. You see, and I'm just smoothing it down onto and over, working it around.